Hello, BookTube. One of my reading projects for 2024 was Hollinghurst's Last Dance. Hollinghurst's Last Dance is was my hope for a final-ish reckoning with the work of Alan Hollinghurst. Alan Hollinghurst is a gay British author who has to date written and published 6 novels. The Swimming Pool Library, The Folding Star, The Spell, The Line of Beauty, The Stranger's Child, and The Sparsholt Affair. I have to date read to completion The Swimming Pool Library and The Spell, and I have built on The Folding Star, The Line of Beauty, and The Sparsholt Affair, and have never gotten around to The Stranger's Child. I periodically have a desire to rectify that. Since there are so far 6 novels, I could read a novel a month over the course of 6 months. Although, come October, there will be a 7th novel, Our Evening, which I just discovered is forthcoming. So, although I don't know anything about it. So, I periodically have these urges to read all of Hollinghurst, and they never go well. Normally, I read them in order, or aspire to, and I always hit a brick wall with the Swimming Pool Library. I've read the novel twice so far, and it seems like every time I read this novel, or try to read this novel, it's a crapshoot whether or not I will want to continue on and finish the novel or reread it, in this case, or just put it aside. This reading week has been pretty not pleasant. Hasn't gone how I'd hoped. And I decided that I would take the opportunity to go ahead and read the Swimming Pool Library for Hollinghurst's Last Dance. And it didn't go well. So the Swimming Pool Library is a novel set in 1983. It's about a young 25-year-old, he's a 25-year-old gay man with more money than he knows what to do with, named William Beckwith. As the novel starts, Will has been engaging in a week-long affair with a young Afro-British man named Arthur, when he is out cruising, and he saves the life of a cottaging old gay aristocrat named Lord Nantwich. This rescue leads to Nantwich taking Will under his wing and teaching him gay history from the early to mid 20th century. And this leads to Will wanting to write Nantwich's biography. But Nantwich has an ulterior motive in these history lessons. And that has to do with Will's grandfather, who was or is a politician. So outside of these encounters with Nantwich, Will has this relationship with Arthur, which takes a turn for the dramatic to the thriller when Arthur believes that he has killed his brother's friend and must hide out at Will's apartment and then later disappears. All the while, Will is beginning to lust for a young bodybuilder who works out at his health club named Phil. And then they have a brief relationship as well throughout the book. And as another side plot, Will's best friend James is unlucky in love, and he seems to have found someone who turns out to be a police officer who arrests him for solicitation. Which, yeah. So, it's like every other time I want to reread this book, it's either a success or a failure. And this time it was a failure. I fairly quickly knew that I really didn't want to. I was zeroing in on everything about the novel that annoys me. I'm conflicted about this swimming pool library. I really like the characters, particularly Will and James. I like their interaction. I like the idea of a story surrounding them. I really love the world that Hollinghurst has created in this novel, 1983 Gay London, before the AIDS pandemic. But I've never been particularly fond of the story that is told. There's always things about it that have bugged me. And this time I zeroed in on just how annoying Lord Nantwich can be. It's like I'm not entirely sure why Will would have continued to hang out with him, since he could have gotten all that information elsewhere. I know the whole family secret reveal at the end, has to kind of, because of course, the plot. But it just like rereading it this time, I'm like, Lord Rand, he bugs me. He's always bugged me, but this time he really started to bug me. And so I decided not to continue on with the book. I got to the third chapter on yesterday, and that kind of realization that I really did not want to continue depressed me quite a bit. I'd been not having a great week regardless, and this sort of contributed to that. I think I'm going to just not do Hollinghurst's Last Dance. Whether this is a postponement or not, I don't know. So we shall see. Right now I'm not really hurting for space when it comes to the part of my library where Hollinghurst's works are. I have several shelves free, so I'm not like I need to really do a massive unhaul right now. So I can maybe come back later or figure something out, or eventually just go ahead and bite the bullet and get rid of these books, because in a way there is something about these works, about Hollinghurst's work, his style, that is attractive. But at the same time, there's also aspects about the stories he tells that I'm not all that fond of. So I don't know. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do today. Yesterday I read some poetry, and that actually didn't quite work as much as I'd hoped it would. I probably should just finish off that particular poet's body of work that I, not because I finished her off yesterday, but the other one. So, which is getting into weekly reads. So I'll talk a lot more about that in weekly reads. And I'll probably show, like, yeah, and then refer to this video for more on what happened with the swimming pool library. But yeah, I don't know. So I mentioned in my haul video just a few minutes ago that for much of this month so far, and we're already over halfway through, I had a real sort of desire for more works in classics, canonical, modern, and contemporary fiction, poetry, and drama. And yeah, right now it's kind of like, nope. Although hauling those, like making the video to haul that last haul video was therapeutic. I needed it. I enjoyed making it. And even though, and I think even this video was a bit therapeutic as well, although maybe not as thoroughgoing as I would have liked. Because when I was thinking about what I would say in this video, there was a whole lot more. But I don't know. So anyway, BookTube, I guess for now that's the end of the dance. Anyway, I don't know what video I will make tomorrow. I might try one of those poetry reading videos. I might try a discussion video, or maybe there'll be a tag video or something, or I might just take tomorrow and rearrange my history and manga collections again, because that is really starting to annoy me. Just anyway. So until I see you next time, BookTube, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe.